tonight, so we'll move on to continuations and then an ascending order of new matters. If you're ready to present, please raise your hand and Sarah will let you in. At this point, we also would ask you to tell us who you are, especially if you're not the applicant, so we can have it for the record. So first item will be a continuation, 86 Hillside Terrace siding.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Let me just pull up. I just have a photo of the front of my house and the spec that we're planning on using for the siding. Where is the share button? Here it is.
Could you remind us of why it's was continued?
I wasn't ready to choose a color last time.
Okay.
But I've chosen now. So we're gonna keep it white. This is the house as it currently is. We're looking to replace it with the Alcide Ascend product, which is different in that it's a plank, but it has an integral insulation in the back of it. So we're looking forward to enjoying some of the benefits of having that insulation. But we're gonna go with the Glacier White. So
Okay.
that's really it.
Okay, no other changes?
Nope, not anything that hasn't been previously approved.
Okay, could you just, for the sake of the two other board members, could you just run through the photos and let us know if you have anything else?
Of
I mean, we saw them last.
Yeah, I could try and pull this up. The last thing that we had approved last, hold on one second. Last time we spoke was the windows.
That's correct.
Yeah, I don't have
Not that because there was a bunch of different styles.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I just didn't have them open because I wasn't prepared to speak of them, but let me pull a couple of those up. But there's quite a few elevations on this house, so. All right, I think I have most of them open.
Sarah, problem with that window being open, you're gonna hear everything outside. Let's see how bad it gets.
So we had gotten this approved to replace this window. We're still waiting on those to come in, but they've been ordered. Anything that we're not replacing, we're going to clean up. Why is this giving me such an issue? I recently got a Mac and I'm not a Mac user, so I'm like, very bad using it.
You and me both. The thing is, both my kids and everybody else in my family are Mac users, and they just drive me nuts.
Okay, this is what we're gonna do.
Okay, right. Yeah,
I should see my whole screen. So this is the side of the house. Certain windows will be replaced. Those that aren't being replaced are, like I said, are going to be cleaned up. I will do that first, and then we'll do the siding after that. This is the back of the house. Again, some to stay, some to be replaced.
Right.
And then we're back at the front of the house.
Yeah, we did go through it and go through, make sure that they're all going to be the same when all was said and done.
Yes, they're all going to be the colonial grill style to match.
Okay. I didn't have any other questions. Anybody? Nothing. Nothing. Okay. I will make a motion to approve. Do I have a second? Second. All in favor? Aye. We're good to go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, moving on. We can go to new matters now. ARB 24-53. 63 Havemeyer Road, exterior elevation change. Where's there? Oh, okay.
Hi, how are you doing? I'm Darren Wan from applicant for this project at 63 Havermeyer.
Hello, how are you?
Doing pretty well. How are you guys doing today? All right, let me just share my screen real quick. All right, I think you guys can probably see it right now. So what we're doing here is we're just fixing up this retaining wall that runs along the path of my front walkway. I guess this, can you see my mouse? To the left is where our front door is. So this is just a timberline
Right.
railroad kind of retaining wall. The reason why I had to put a project in for it because at the tallest point, overall it runs about 32 feet in length. But at its highest point, let me just scroll down. Oh, you can see that it's tilting over, sloping over, so it's kind of falling over a bit. But at its highest length, the first section, what I kind of said is section 1, it is 44 inches high. So I'm just bringing it into the board's attention. The rest of my document just kind of shows the dimensions for the rest of the wall. Goes down to 33 inches on the second section. A little bit further on to 28, kind of just decreasing by 1 piece each time, down to 24. What I noticed I didn't share with you was what I was replacing it with. So I just wanted to provide a quick picture of that, of an example. So in the back, when we were redoing our swimming pool deck, there was some removal of stone pavers that we had. So what we're going to be doing is reusing that material for the front walkway. And it will just be the stone pavers kind of mortared together for the front, for that retaining wall. So that will be the change.
Okay, so you're using actual stone
Yes.
and not stone block?
This is stone blocks. Oh, they're stone blocks. I guess they are. Well, in my naive term, I call them stone blocks, or yeah.
Well, they're actual stones. When I say stone block, there's interlocking.
No, it won't be interlocking piece. It's actual stone blocks.
Okay,
And the goal was to, I guess, let me just bring up, even though it's not going to be a perfect match of the way we're doing, it kind of be along the similar lines of what we have. Actually, I don't have a picture of my backyard, but we have that sort of style, retaining wall in my backyard behind the swimming pool. And we just want to go back towards stone over like a railroad tie for the usual environmental items.
so the railroad ties are coming out.
The railroad ties are coming out, yes.
Okay. Is this being done by a general contractor that knows how to structurally support the wall from underneath?
Yes. I've shared all the information about the general contractor for
Yep.
that project, and he's also the same one that has done I guess my pool deck area as well.
Okay. I don't have any other questions. Anybody?
No.
Nothing? Okay, I will make a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. You're good to go.
All right, thank you very much, guys. Have a great evening.
You too. Okay, moving along, 24-54, 23 Willow Street, fence.
Hi, I'm Karen Gastalder Dring. I'm at 23 Willow and would just like to replace an existing fence and 2 gates in our property.
Okay, let's see what you got.
Just bear with me. This is not my usual. Okay. So our existing fence. Sorry. This is our existing fence. It is, for some reason, not exactly on the property line. We would like to recoup our property line. It's falling down. It's being held together with railroad ties. It was put up by our neighbor next door, Mrs. Lundy, who is no longer alive. This is our side. Just move me. This is, again, the side of our property, and that's the Lundy's home right there.
So that fence that you were just looking at, whose property is that on?
It's on our property.
Okay.
Um,
But
I-
not on your property line though, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I have, and I submitted it. This is the survey, and the yellow highlighted is the property line, and the line indicating picket fence is the current fence. So here it's not as much a discrepancy, but here it's up to 3.5 feet.
So what is
what-
your intent? Is your intention to move it to the property line?
Yeah, within what the setback allowance is, yes. Then replace the gate here, which I have a photograph for, and replace the gate here. Both gates would be replaced with simple white gates, and I can show you pictures. We would like to add the addition of a pergola here on top of the gate that would match the existing pergola that we have here on our deck.
Okay.
The fence itself would just be deer netting, and our intention is to plant skip laurel along the fence on our property line to match the bushes and shrubs that we have along here, as well as along here, as well as what our neighbors next to us on the other side of our house have skip laurel.
So the fence is, the picket fence is staying and you're just putting a deer netting behind it or in front of it? Or
No,
not?
we would like to take the picket fence down. It's fallen down several times. It's being held together right now with zip ties.
Okay,
Sorry.
I'd like to see how the mesh fence interacts with the gates.
Sure. So this is the existing gate right now. And getting my own way. This is our existing pergola on our deck. And this is the side gate that is between it's within our yard, that this is Willow Street and Oak Street is behind us. So yes, you can see they're all falling down. Oops.
What's that gate gonna be? You said you do have a picture of the gates.
I do, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
That's all right.
Okay, so here's all the materials. So this would be the deer netting when the actual fence, the fence would come down. We would put deer netting up. This is the support system that we would have between the deer netting.
Mhm.
We would have 2 of these gates, one, as I indicated, within our property from separating the front to backyard. And then this would be the pergola going over the one gate that abuts Oak Street.
Where would the gate be? On the outside, the middle, or the inside?
We would like the gate, see if I can indicate in that photograph. We would like the gate to be where the existing fence gate line is, and the pergola to be right, I don't know, can you see my I don't know if you can
Yeah.
see my,
No, so you're saying in front of it.
exactly.
Okay. Okay, anything else to show us?
No, I don't. I took a picture of I guess I can show you this. This is the front of the house. This is our white gate fencing on our deck, and it would match the gate that we intend to put in.
Okay.
This is the gate that we'd like to replace and within our yard, front to backyard. And this is the gate that we'd like to replace in our backyard, and that's Oak Street that you can see.
And the pergola would be beyond that.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I don't have any additional questions. Anybody on the board?
No.
No. Okay, I will make a motion to approve. Do I have a second? All in favor? Aye, okay. We're good to go.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Yep, you too. Moving on to another fence, we are at ARB 24-55, 206 Hermits Road. And as I said, it's a fence.
Hi.
Hello.
So my name is Gracie Amsbacher. I'm one of the assistant landscape architects for Biosphere, and I'm going to be representing our clients at 206 Hermits Road. So let me just share my screen. Okay. You guys can see?
Yep.
Okay, so my boss, Bill Boyce, and I have been at the site numerous amount of times, and the clients have, voiced their concerns about the numerous deer around the property. So we're proposing 3 types of fences within this property. So the first ultimately being this deer fence where my cursor is, so along the rear and side yard. And that would basically be an 8-foot high woven wire fence, black woven wire. And then if you come over this way, it turns into a black aluminum fence that would run along on top of this existing wall here. And then we also drew this detail here, you can see. So it wouldn't be no taller than 6.5 feet. And then it would just, butt into the house corner right here. So yeah, that's just ultimately for protection from the road and then the deer along the property. And then for the interior fences, we're proposing this garden fence right here, which would be made out of black locust posts that would be spaced no more than 8 feet apart. So we're proposing that here along this retaining wall here, just for an extra form of protection, just because the back half of this slopes down and there's also like a rock outcrop here. So it would be, beneficiary to like have that as extra form of protection, just in case anyone falls down this slope. And also our clients wanted to do grow their own crops. So just adding that garden fence around this area, keeping critters out and such. So move on to the pictures here. So this one to the left here is of the retaining wall that I mentioned. So that wooden fence would be within that lawn space, so right in front of the wall there. And you can see on the side here the rock outcrop and then the slope down there. So you don't really want anyone falling down in this space.
And that's going to be what type of fence?
It's going to be the black locust garden fence,
Okay.
which
Okay.
was this one right here. And then so here you can see the side property line. So our, I guess, deer fence would come right up here to where this front yard line is. And then it would turn into the aluminum fence that would go along this wall or above the wall. No more than 6.5 feet tall. The wall is approximately 30 inches. So we'll just core drill down and set it in cement. the black aluminum fence.
Okay.
And then over here, down in this space is where we're gonna propose the vegetable garden. So, it's very vulnerable right now. So just enclosing that with that black locust fence there.
Okay.
And here I just have pictures of the adjacent property. So here you can already see that one of their neighbors already has the woven wire fence. So just tying that into there, matching the same style. And then in the rear yard, you can see that it's very heavily wooded. So obviously a lot of deer are in this area. So yeah, I think that concludes my presentation.
Okay, could you go back to the plan view?
Mhm.
Yeah. Once again, with your cursor, slowly, my eyes don't move that fast. Show me where each of the fences are going.
Okay.
What-
So this deer fence right here, it would go, see the cursor, all the way back here. And then it would come to right here, which is parallel with this line.
Mhm.
And then from this point on would be the black aluminum fence going above the wall here.
Okay,
And then tying back into the house.
so what are you showing going to the driveway as far as fencing?
No fencing here.
Okay.
There
Looks like
will be a gate added right here to where you can enter the backyard.
There will be or won't be?
Will,
Okay,
yes. And then you can see here it's closed off from the deer, but no gate from this point on.
okay,
And then this garden fence will be along this retaining wall.
Okay.
And also back here.
all right,
Yes.
okay. You've answered all my questions. Anybody? Any additional questions? No? Okay. I will make a motion to approve. Do I have a second? Second. All in favor? Aye. Good to go.
Okay, thank
Thank
you.
And next to last, we have 24-56. 33 Osceola Avenue, exterior elevation change. Oh,
Good evening.
how we doing?
All right, I am Matthew Behrens. I am representing the Sawneys for this application at 33 Osceola Avenue. I will go ahead and share my screen. Let me know when you can see that.
We're up.
Okay. Blow it up a little bit. Existing residence, there is an existing screened porch in the back. You can see right here, there's a fence line. Then the reason why I'm showing the fence is because it kind of plays into what we're doing here. And there's also a pool back here. So the existing screened-in porch is old and in need of repair. So we're doing some renovations to bring it up to usability. If you see the conditions of it, it's really in pretty bad shape. I will now just do another share. You see the pictures?
Yep.
Okay. So this is the back side of the residence. You can see where the fence is. This is where the screened-in porch. There's an existing deck here that's not affected. You can see over here, some of these shingles are broken. There's a big tear in the fence here, if you can see where my cursor is. Sorry, not the fence, the screen. There's also some dry rot on some of the trim. This screen door is broken. So it's basically a renovation of existing in kind. However, I will go to the first floor plan. So basically the demolition plan, we're removing and replacing everything in kind on these two walls, which are, I believe, the south and west walls. The north wall comes into play because, as I showed before, where that fence is, it creates the pool barrier. So it has to comply with New York State barrier requirements, and screening doesn't comply because it has to have 250 pounds of resistance. So we need to replace the screens with windows, and the owners, and I agree, don't want it to be completely enclosed in on this whole side, so they want to install some doors in the middle, windows on each side. That's an existing door that's going to be replaced with a glass door. But everything else on this west wall and on this south wall is going to be replaced in kind. Just a quick look at the elevations. So this is that west wall. Again, it's basically what it is. This is a parged finish. These are new screens in those openings. We are retrimming all of the vertical supports. The roof is in fairly good condition. We're going to keep the roof. And then on the south side, we're going to patch in any of the damaged siding, shingle siding, to match. So those will all be replaced. And then again, on the north side, so this is where it gets a little bit interesting. Let me just zoom in a little. So this is where the pair of doors are. And then on the left and the right, we have new windows going in to comply with the barrier requirements. And then this is a new French door leading out onto the pool patio. And then what we're going to do is match the trim that wraps around the other side, because we only have these little small sections where we'd have an opportunity to put any siding. We're just going to trim this out in panel trim, all painted white to match what's there. And that's really it. Again, it's really mostly a replacement of what's there, except for this north wall where we have to put in solid members to comply with the pool barrier requirements.
Okay. Now that you've shown us these side views, can you go back to the main elevations and just explain to us once again what's going where?
Sure. Do you want the drawings or the pictures?
That works, what you're showing now.
Okay. So again, this is the west elevation, existing roof to remain. These vertical supports are all painted white trim. They're going to be replaced. And then the base of this piece is painted concrete. This is a concrete wall. On the south side, again, the roof is going to stay. The roof line will remain. This section of shingle siding is going to be replaced to match existing and restained, only because a lot of the pieces are missing. Some of them are broken. And then all the screens will be replaced. This is an existing screen door. We're going to put in a new screen door, new screens. All of these vertical and horizontal trims will be replaced with white composite painted. And then this base is framed. It will have new cedar shingles to match existing, stained to match existing, only because, again, there are a lot of them that are broken and missing. So rather than patching them back in, we're just going to replace all of them. And then on the north side, this is that one side where we have to comply with the pool barrier. The fence basically runs from this point where this corner is and then extends out. So the fence is compliant, but this wall, if we were to replace the screens, would not comply. So those have to be replaced with solid members. So we're putting in glass window on each side of these glass doors, a new glass door here, and then new painted white trim panels.
On the upper left-hand corner, is that a what are you showing as far as the
Yeah.
feature underneath the windows and above the windows?
This is the interior section. So this is, it's a section through, basically section 1. So cutting through the building and then looking north. So this is the back side of this north elevation on the inside of the screened porch.
All right.
And these are, it's painted wood base, and then we're doing wainscoting here and wainscoting across the top, beadboard.
Okay. And that's going to be painted what?
Painted white,
Wainscot.
correct.
Okay. All right, I don't see any other issues. Any questions from the board? No. Okay. I think we're good to go. I will make a motion to approve. Do I have a second? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night. We will now move on to ARB 24-57, 4 Oak Street. It's an addition.
Hello, John at First Amont Architecture, representing the Coopers. We have a project for an addition on an existing house at 4 Oak Street. Let's share screen. So the existing house is a very simple rectangular form here, and we're adding a kitchen addition at the lower level that includes a mudroom. And on the second level, there is this area here that looks like a sort of a chimney, like a faux chimney, which is actually adding a slight bit of space to the primary bathroom, and is you know, serving that bathroom with a skylight. So the natural light into that bathroom is being replaced with a skylight. The intent was to keep very much within the language of the existing house. So we have a stucco finish matching the existing stucco. We have a metal roof matching the existing metal roof. The detailing is very traditional, sort of matches the language of the existing house in terms of divided lights. And but adds a porch with a little bit more detail, and then a simplified language to the rest of the house that matches the existing, or the rest of the addition that matches the existing. Do you guys want to look at anything specific, or do you have any questions?
What on the upper left-hand side, what's that rectangle next to the two windows?
The rectangle
read.
deck
Next to the two windows to the right.
right here.
Yep.
So that's a small porch. So if you look on this one here, oops, sorry, I didn't zoom. Can't zoom.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like a porch, and it's sort of easier to understand on the side elevation. So you see here, which with the lower sloped roof, which is the porch, and then there's an access to the mudroom there. The mudroom projects slightly, so you're seeing this wall here projects. It is at the same level as the front of this porch, so the porch is actually very small. So there's like basically a small area underneath that porch roof that is interior space. I can show you that quickly on the plan. That's sort of easier to understand right from the plan. So here you can see the form of the porch is this whole rectangle here. And then a portion of that is the interior space. And 4 feet of it is actually the porch entering the door. That makes sense.
In the previous drawings, you were showing something outside the house. Are those just air conditioning?
Hold on a second.
Lower left, upper left drawing, the lower left corner.
Upper left drawing, lower left corner.
Left corner, your other left. There you go.
Oh, that one, yeah. So that's a fence. That's the fence coming in. There's a white picket fence that's existing on the house. So this is the connection where the fence hits the house.
Okay.
And this is similar condition over here, where you're seeing in the rear yard, there's a fence dividing the rear yard in half that's meeting the house there.
Any replacement of the windows, or you're just matching the windows to the existing?
Matching the windows to the existing, there is, as part of the scope, there's water damage happening on top of the window casing because it wasn't properly flashed. So the existing window casing throughout the rest of the house is being replaced, and then they're putting in proper flashing and patching the stucco and painting the whole thing to match. So the new windows are slightly better quality, but the windows that are there are fine. They're a high quality Andersen replacement window. The new windows are not replacement.
Okay. Anything else we need to know?
Not really. I think the entry door is a Dutch door. If you guys are interested, we're actually putting in a new Dutch door, which is kind of funny. And this actually this little window here that we were showing in the it's in the powder room is going to have a stained glass insert on the interior, which you might be able to see from the exterior, but I'm not sure it has a huge impact on it.
Mhm. Okay. You've answered all my questions. Anybody? No? No? Okay. I will make a motion to approve. Do I have a second? All in favor? Aye. Thank you, John.
All right, thanks a lot, guys.
Take care.
Take care.
Okay. There really isn't any housekeeping to take care of, other than the fact that, we need to, when I send out, emails, that when you respond to them, I'm gonna have Sarah, copied on them so she can make sure that the names are in the right place and that we're all on the same page when it comes to the meeting. Any issues, questions, concerns? No. No? You good? Okay, I will make a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second?